We're gonna demo a plant-based pizza for you today using portobello mushrooms. But a lot of times when you get mushrooms, they grow low to the ground and they will have dirt or mud on them. And so you can just take a paper towel and just wipe the top of them clean. And we're gonna do a little pre-cook before you do the actual cook on the mushrooms. So we're just gonna cut that stem first. With a large spoon, you're just gonna scrape the inside of the mushroom and remove the gills. The oven is preheated to 400 degrees, and we're just gonna do a par bake for 5 minutes in the oven. And we'll just brush these guys with a little bit of olive oil. This is just a very easy way to cut a bell pepper. Cut the bottom off, make sure your stem is cut. Then you can see right down inside where the seeds are. You're gonna take your knife at an angle, protecting your fingers, and cutting away from the bell pepper, but cutting off the pith, and that's that white part right there. It may seem sensible to put shiny side up, but it actually cuts harder that way, so we want to do shiny side down, protecting your fingers again, and we're going to do just some thin julienne cuts. And then crossways, and we'll just do some small dice. We're gonna do a little bit of broccoli, and I'm just using the florets for this. And you really don't need a lot. We're gonna try to cut these into really small pieces because they are small pizzas, right? All right, there's our pizzas are ready. So you'll know that these guys are par cooked when you see that they're just starting to soften, and that's exactly what you want. And so I'm gonna set these aside. So this you can just buy right in the store, right? So this has some purple cabbage in it, some carrots, and some broccoli shreds. And I've got these grape tomatoes. So with the grape tomatoes, I like to just cut them in half and really use them. I like to use them as a garnish at the end of cooking. Okay, and then we're gonna take a little bit of our greens, and we'll just chop these a little bit. I'm gonna add on some green onions. I wanna get the tops and the bottoms. All right, so we've got our onions, we've got our sauce, and the last thing I wanna prep is just a little bit of the cheese. So I'm gonna use some of this Parmesan cheese. Okay, so to begin the process, just like building any other pizza, right? We wanna start with the sauce. And again, this is just regular pizza sauce. All right, and then just start dressing your pizza. Okay, before I get going too crazy with all my veggies, I wanna go ahead and add in the seasonings on here too. An easy way that you can do this is just to mix these together. So I'm gonna do a heaping half teaspoon of the oregano and a heaping half teaspoon of the dried basil. And I'm gonna do the same with our garlic powder. And then you're just gonna mix this together. Sprinkle our seasonings around on the pizzas. All right, so we've got our seasonings on there, and we'll just keep throwing our toppings on. So I'm gonna do some of the greens. Now, so we'll add some varieties of the cheese. This will hold the veggies on. This cheese does melt, which is great. That sounds weird, but some vegan cheeses, when they first came out, didn't melt as well. And then we'll just add in some more of your color, some more of your toppings. Don't be afraid to be generous. This is dinner. And then a little sprinkle of the parm on top. And that's it. That's as simple as these pizzas go together. They go into the oven for an additional 10 minutes at 400 degrees. And you've got a delicious dinner ready for your family, kid-friendly, all age friendly, and loaded with nutrients. So thank you for joining me in the kitchen.